So what were your overall thoughts on the East Coast trip?
I think we learned a lot. I think one thing that this group needs is experience, and I think 7 matches in 2 weeks got us a lot of experience. So I think just every time we get a chance to compete on the court, it'll help.
Having Willow going out there right at the front end of the 2-week trip instead of the end, I mean, how much does that just change, not just on the court, but emotionally, mentally, what the rest of the trip looked like from there?
I mean, once Willow got hurt, I was the second oldest player who wasn't hurt or eligible to play, so as a sophomore. So she definitely brings us a lot of leadership, and I mean, yes, that's going to hurt us a little, like, just chemistry-wise on the court. I think Morgan did a really great job stepping in, and I think we have all the skills, but yeah, that definitely hurt our leadership a little.
And I know Matt talked a lot about this trip in the preseason, just, that it was going to be rocky with the amount of freshmen that you did have, but at the end of the day, it would kind of pay some dividends down the road a little bit. Do you think it did?
Yeah, I mean, even towards the end of the trip, I think everyone's starting to get more comfortable in their position. I think they're developing their role and starting to understand what they need to do and what they can bring to the team. And like I said, it comes from experience, and you can't learn experience. You have to play in those matches. You got to learn the tough ways.
Seeing what some other Pac-12 teams have done in their non-conference, Stanford especially, I mean, knowing that you played a Pitt, a Penn State already, how much does that matter going in against teams like Stanford, knowing what a quality team looks like?
Yeah, we need those matches, those top 10 matches, because if we make it that far in the tournament, then we need to have played in those matches to know what we have to do to be successful. So yeah, I mean, playing in those, even though we lost, most of the sets that we lost were deuce sets, or 2 or 3 points, and that's the difference between a hitting error, a serving error, and I think we have complete control over those things. So yeah, I mean, those matches are going to help us be successful for the Stanford matches and the Pac-12s.
What is this whole year been like for you? I mean, going from last year, playing beach, playing with the national team, and then now you're here, and you're leading a pretty young team too. What is this year been like for you so far?
It's very different going from a libero to an outside position. It's more of a defensive mindset as a libero rather than an offensive mindset. I mean, you have to attack after every ball, and I didn't understand that in the beginning of the trip. It was harder for me to go after it, and I'm really starting to get into that role now. I think towards the middle to the end of it, I did a much better job than I did at the beginning. And I mean, yeah, so it's been different, but I'm starting to know what I have to do and know what I can do for the team.
Has it been hard to almost kind of switch your mindset back again, back to when you're playing high school and you're playing college, and kind of switch it back? Has it been hard for you to do that?
It was at first. I just need to know what kind of player I am. I mean, I've always been one to attack and get after it, very aggressive. And I wasn't like that at the first couple matches just because I was trying to reestablish my role, my position. And so once I got more comfortable there, then it was a lot easier. And I think I'm back to where I have been in the past.
With Willow going down and you taking even a bigger role, how do you feel you grew personally? And as an outside hitter, a position that's pretty new to you, at least this season, how do you feel you grew?
Yeah, I mean, especially out of system, it's me and Willow. So any ball that isn't perfect, that can't go to Ronica, I mean, it's gone to me and Willow, especially in a lot of the practices. And so with Willow going down, then I'm one of the only options that at that point, so I have to work even harder for every transition ball, just knowing the ball's going to come to me or probably will come to me, and I have to score or else we won't. So I mean, that was definitely a different mindset. I definitely had to be more aggressive in that standpoint. So.